Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the placement of your Moon Nakshatra Lord in different houses of your astrological chart. So friends, we already had a similar discussion when we had picked the ascendant Nakshatra Lord's placement in different houses. So definitely friends, ascendant plays a very pivotal role because it tells about the concerns of your health, your unique place in the society, in the world. But when we talk about the importance of the moon, so trust me, moon which tells about the way you process your feelings, your emotions, the way you perceive the world, and most importantly friends, like moon which is also known as the Manasa. So all the actions and intentions and thoughts of yours, not only of this lifetime but also from past so many lifetimes, get stored in your moon only. Like Rahu and Ketu are the nodes of moon only. And also friends, like when we talk about the Saturn Sadisati, a time period of test and trials and Saturn judging you for all of your actions. So we always calculate the Saturn Sadisati from your moon, never from your ascendant. So because friends, when we talk about the cosmic intelligence or when we talk about the astral influence, you cannot outsmart the cosmic energies. Nature, universe knows everything. So if your ascendant is kind of telling a life where you are pretending to be a saint, you are just wearing a holy robe, but deep within your mind you have all the nefarious intentions and kind of thoughts going around governing your mind. So trust me, that is the only reason Saturn when crosses from your moon, or we calculate Saturn Sadisati from your moon, because all the information, whether the actions which has been committed or which has been just governing in your mind, Saturn or the astral entity's influence knows about that or knows about everything. So now friends, when we talk about the importance of the Moon Nakshatra, so beyond doubt, as you know this thing, that the planets which represents the dimension of experience. So you can understand astrology in a simpler language as planet represents what, zodiac sign represents how, houses represents where. So if planets represents the dimensions of the experience, the zodiac sign just tells about the way, the strength and weaknesses of a planet, if it is going to be placed over here, in which theme, in which style planet is going to manifest its results. So that is the picture friends which we get to know just on the level when you are assessing a planetary vibration or a planetary dignity only till the zodiac sign. But once friends you go deep within the zodiac sign and you narrow it down to the nakshatra, then you get to know the finer subtle vibration of the planetary energies. And friends, here we are talking about the moon. Moon Nakshatra has been given so much importance in our Vedic rituals that trust me, if you go to any southern part of India and you want to get a puja done, a worship or a ritual done just for the appeasing or appeasement of your energy, or for kind of invoking some good luck and good fortune, good vibrations, the first thing which the priest is going to ask you is, what is your Moon Nakshatra? Like even the kids get named on the basis of their Moon Nakshatra. Muhurta or all sort of auspicious timings are done on the basis of your Moon Nakshatra. And friends, most importantly, you might have all the yogas in your chart, but the which planetary axis is currently activated in your life, all of that gets determined on the basis of all of your Mahadasha and the Antardasha. All of that calculation is done only on the basis of your Moon Nakshatra. So that is the kind of importance which has been attached to the Moon Nakshatra in Vedic astrology. Trust me friends, like the way we say this thing, that first of all, it's my humble request, because in this video I'll be talking a lot about the nakshatras. So on this channel I have uploaded elaborative and kind of very descriptive videos on all the 27 nakshatras. So if you are finding any difficulty to understand these terminologies, you can go and watch those videos. Now friends, the point which I'm trying to make over here is that many times what happens is that people keep on asking me that, because astrology is a science which attract all the dreamers, all the believers, or the spiritual enthusiast. So a lot many times people ask me that, what do you think, what could be my unique superpower? So actually, or in true essence, your superpower is the power of your Moon Nakshatra. Friends, try to understand this thing. The gods the presiding deities or the gods or the devatas of your moon nakshatra are so important that you are born. Your soul has taken birth via wrapping up or carrying all the qualities, all the powers, the essence of the powers of its presiding deity. That is the only reason whenever any puja or rituals are done in, like in Hinduism, so whenever we kind of ask your moon nakshatra, that is only done in order to invoke the moon nakshatra presiding deity from the heavens, so that good luck can be showered on you. So now this is something, friends, where I'm going to start this discussion from. So the point which I'm trying to make over here is that your moon nakshatra plays a very pivotal role. It carries within itself all the kind of divine powers and energies which you have, and that can only be unfolded if you will take your assessment to the place or to the house where your moon nakshatra lord is going to be placed in. Apart from that, friends, if you're not going to include that, so your discussion or your assessment is going to only get restricted to the section or to the range where definitely if you will get to know that okay, this person is Aquarian moon person, and moon is placed in the 10th house. So definitely Aquarian moon is all about innovation, all about humanitarianism, being very scientific, and if it's placed in the 10th house, so all the energies of your moon will be applied only to the 10th house. But when we talk about the deeper spiritual aspect or the kind of unfolding of your superpowers, the powers of your Janam moon nakshatra, so that is something which we get to know if we will take our discussion deep down to your within Aquarius, what is your moon nakshatra. So let's say for example, if deep within the Aquarius, your moon nakshatra is Sadbhisha. So initially we were just restricting only towards the scientific aspect, but once you get deep into it, now you get to know that oh my god, this person is very mystical as well, he has got interest in healing sciences as well. So now this is the kind of added layer of information which now you have, and all of those healing powers are somehow and will be connected to the house where your this moon nakshatra lord Rahu is going to be placed in. So that is the point, friends, which I'm trying to make over here. Now let's understand it in a very simple example. So let's say for example, if you are a Cancer ascendant person, okay guys, and in your case your like your moon sign, so moon, which is your like your ascendant lord as well, and let's say for example your moon is placed in the 11th house, and your moon is placed in the, for example in this context, it's in the Taurus, it is exalted in the 11th house, and it is placed in the Kritika section of it, and the lord of the Kritika, which is the planet Sun, that is going to be placed in the 5th house, let's say for example. So definitely, friends, all the qualities of the Kritika will somehow have some say with the 5th house. Now the energies of Kritika is the Dahana Shakti. It's like being so critical and to burn all the impurities and bring out the true resonance of the purity which Sun represents. So all those primal qualities can be experienced, can be explored or manifested if only you will go to the matters of the 5th house where your moon nakshatra lord is placed in. So trust me, friends, with this kind of combination, if this person become a writer, this person becomes a journalist, this person become a any field where you have to be work with your artistic creative skills, you have to be kind of a very very crusader, and that is the kind of mindset which you have. So this is how you can relate the energies of your moon nakshatra, kind of bringing something which is unexplored and which is something which you are carrying deep within your personality. So that was, friends, just one basic simple example. Now I hope you must have understood the point which I am trying to convey over here. And now what we will do is that we will take our discussion to all the 12 houses, that if your moon nakshatra lord is going to be placed over here, how it is going to support you, help you in order to bring out the best of the divine qualities which your moon nakshatra is carrying within itself. Now friends, the only cooperation which I want from you is that first of all, you should be knowing about, you should have done proper homework on your moon nakshatra. So if your moon nakshatra is Sadbhisha or your moon nakshatra is Anuradha, for example, so then you should be knowing everything about the energies and the power and the potential of Anuradha. What is the Purusharth, the dharma or the kind of ultimate goal or purpose of this nakshatra of your moon nakshatra is, which is the god which preside over your moon nakshatra, what are the unique powers and qualities which your moon nakshatra possess. Only if you know everything about it, then only you can connect it with your nakshatra lord. So for example, if your moon nakshatra is Anuradha and the lord of the Anuradha is planet Saturn, only if you know every aspect of the energies, the signification of the Anuradha, then only you will be able to connect it with the placement of Saturn, your moon nakshatra lord's placement in the chart, that what kind of powers you have and how this lord, this planet, via setting it over here, can help you explore or bring out all of these powers which your moon nakshatra is carrying within itself. And friends, also I would say that when we talk about the remedial aspect as well, muhurta aspect as well, even there it could help you as well. I have seen that working in a lot of my research, which I will bring later on. So okay friends, now let's just start with our discussion. So let's say for example, if you will find that your moon nakshatra lord is placed in the first house. Now friends, all these alignments can take place in so many forms. Now you could have this alignment that because moon also has got the rulership over 3 nakshatra like Rohini, Hasta, Shravan. You could be born with the Taurus rising and your moon is placed in the first house in the Rohini only, or you could have a Virgo ascendant and your moon is placed in the first house in the Hasta nakshatra only. So whatsoever I'm telling it over here, you have to include it or cover it accordingly. So okay friends, let's say for example, if you will find that your moon nakshatra lord planet is placed in the first house, that can be seen as a very good sign friends, because when we talk about the first house, that in itself tells about your unique identity. Trust me on this thing friends, if I were to share my own experience, in my chart my moon nakshatra is Satbhisha and the lord of the Satbhisha, which is Rahu, in my chart is placed in the first house. And trust me, all the qualities of the Satbhisha, which has to do with healing, which has to do with scientific approach and attitude, and the lord of that is placed in the first house. And the innate nature of Rahu is about illusion, it's about adaptability, being very versatile, that you could be of use for so many things. And just because it is placed in the first house, it helps me that whatsoever domain I get into, it helps me adapt to that. So if I'm working for a marketing agency, marketing field, people accept me as that, okay, you belong to here only. If I'm working as a psychic, oh, you were born to do this only. If I'm working on some creative profiles, oh, you must have been doing this forever. So that is how, and you would not believe how many fields I have shuffled in this lifetime. So that is the kind of energies which you get to experience because of your nakshatra lord's placement. Because whatsoever the energies of your moon nakshatra is, somehow in order to explore it, in order to unfold it, you need the support of its lord, and wheresoever it is going to be placed in, it will play a very pivotal role. But now friends, the only homework which you guys have to do is that you have to pick your moon nakshatra and you have to do a thorough research and study on it. What is the gender of this nakshatra? What is the power of this nakshatra? What is the Vedic myths and stories surrounding it? What kind of presiding deity is attached with my moon nakshatra? What are its innate qualities? Only if you know about everything, then only you can relate it with with its lord's placement in different houses. Now friends, coming to the second house. Now friends, when we talk about the second house also plays a very pivotal role, because second house tells about that you have this prospects and this potential to outgrow. Like when we talk about whatsoever traditions, whatsoever values have been taught to you, so do you have the capacity to grow and become kind of bigger and better than that? So that is one thing which we get to know. And definitely second house also tells about our resources, our financial aspect, material security. So if you will find that your moon nakshatra lord is going to be placed in this house, it can actually help you in all these areas. Now friends, let's say for example, if you will find that it is placed in the third house. Now friends, when we talk about third house, it plays a very pivotal role, because third house is the house of your courage, your valor. Now let's say for example, if the lord of your moon nakshatra, if your moon nakshatra is of a like a malefic planet, like if it is of a Rahu's nakshatra, your moon nakshatra is like Adra, Swati, Sadbisha, or even if it is a nakshatra of a Mars, like a Mrigshira, Chitra, Dhanishta, and the lord of that Mars is placed in the third house, that can be seen as a very good sign. The energy and the power and the dynamism which your nakshatra lord holds, and the unique energy and the power which your moon nakshatra has, its placement in the third house will give you the best thrust or push in order to manifest all those powers which might be otherwise lying dormant over there. Now friends, if we have to talk about the fourth house, now friends, fourth house plays a very pivotal role because it tells about what you will find when you will retract back. Like this is the kind of a shelter which we have where we coil back to. So definitely friends, if you will find that your moon nakshatra lord is going to be placed over here, it can play a very pivotal role in giving you that sort of inner drive, inner motivation, the degree and sense of being taken care of. Because friends, as you know this thing that like we have seen all those cases, no matter how much knowledge you give to someone, there is a limit to which that person will be able to go to the limits. But when we talk about you invoke someone's emotion, you invoke someone's religious faith, and we have seen the positive and the negative extreme cases to what extent person and people have gone just to defend their their faith and their emotions and feelings, attached feelings and emotions. So that is how friends, if you will find that your janam nakshatra, your moon nakshatra lord is going to be placed in the fourth house, this is the kind of role which it can play. Now friends, let's say for example, if you will find your moon nakshatra lord to be placed in the fifth house. Now friends, this can be seen as a very good sign because at the end it is one of the important auspicious trine house, and fifth house also has a lot to do with the bhakti when we talk about the devotion aspect. So it becomes very important for you that whomsoever your nakshatra lord is, that planet, and if it is placed in the fifth house, so not only it is going to help you, but also friends, like when we talk about the divine omens helping you, and the second thing is that specifically you need to do a research and you need to find out the mantras and the chants and all the religious practices or mantras which has been attached to the presiding deity of your nakshatra. So for example, Aryaman preside over Uttara Falguni, Mitra preside over Anuradha nakshatra, Varuna preside over like Sadbisha nakshatra. And in this regard, I forgot the name of Vik Dekara, I guess. So he has done very good work on all these, like from our holy scriptures. He is doing a very great job. So he, whatsoever videos he has put on the YouTube, like I have even bought a couple of his books as well, and he has given a very descriptive a mention of all these presiding deities and gods, and even the mantras of all these devatas, how to invoke them, how to kind of propitiate them. So you can take that approach. The path of devotion can help you. And friends, definitely fifth house, which has everything to do with our mind, the way our mind function. So this is the kind of placement where your janam nakshatra, which in a very finer subtle way tells about the functioning of your mind. So the placement of your janam nakshatra lord planet to be placed in the fifth house is definitely going to protect your divine mental state, infusing all the positive thoughts and kind of protecting you from any sort of vices which can be found in this society. Now friends, moving ahead, now let's say for example, if you will find that your moon nakshatra lord planet is placed in the sixth house. Now definitely friends, like this placement can be seen as a blessing in disguise if there is some naturally malefic planet is going to be your moon nakshatra lord. Like when we talk about Mars, we talk about Saturn, your moon nakshatra being Anuradha, Pushya, or your moon nakshatra being for example Mrigshira, Chitra, Dhanishta, even of the sun's nakshatra. And if that lord is placed in the sixth house, definitely friends, it can provide you that sort of fighting spirit. And the second thing is that it can also protect you from any sort of hardship of the life as well, because here we are talking about the powers which your moon nakshatra has and how you can invoke it, how you can actually trigger it or charge it. So the placement of the Moon Nakshatra Lord planet being placed in the 6th house can actually act as a resistance or a defense mechanism from any sort of hardship, challenges of the life. Now friends, if you will find it to be placed in the 7th house, now friends, this can be seen as one of the very good combination of running into a soulmate. Like, trust me, this video is also in one of my to-do list, like what are the kind of signs which we can find that some sort of past life connection which has been realigned in this lifetime as well. And trust me, there are those combinations. So definitely friends, this can be seen as a very good combination, that some sort of getting the support in the world for all the people who share some sort of common goal, common objective, purpose with you, and getting and deriving the healthy support and contribution from the world. So people like walking in your life like a kind of a divine angel, guardian angel, and helping you on your path, or in order to extract the best of your potential which you are carrying. Now the potential word which I am saying over here, it's all about the innate nature, qualities, power of your Moon Nakshatra, which you have to do a research on. Moving ahead friends, now when we talk about the 8th house, so now friends, as you know this thing, that 8th house has got a very deep esoteric connotation attached to it. Now you cannot restrict the signification of the 8th house only to good or only to bad, because it has got potential of intensity and extremities in all planes. Whether we talk about good, whether we talk about bad, whether we talk about karmic, whether we talk about hidden and unknown. So now definitely friends, 8th house tells about the rise of that thing which is hidden, which is instinctual, which is kind of very passionate within us. So it will all be dependent on the nature of your Nakshatra Lord planet. Definitely friends, when we talk about Mars or planet like Venus, this could definitely invoke the passion which is lying deep within us. And if you will find a planet like Moon, which can just tell about the nourishment, which could also tell about the intuitive aspect. And let's say for example, if you will talk about that a planet like Rahu is going to be placed over here, like you have got the rulership, or your Moon Nakshatra is Adra or Swati or Sadbisha. So specifically when we talk about Sadbisha can bring out the intuitive, the scientific, the kind of healing aspect. Like when we talk about Swati could manifest in the way that Rahu's placement in the 8th house can actually bring out that finesse, that sensual and the passionate aspect of the life. But let's say for example, if your Moon Nakshatra is Adra and Rahu is going to be placed in the 8th house, then definitely there is going to be vulnerability, that native might be drifted and attracted more towards the unlawful, unethical aspect of the society, of the world. Now again friends, nothing is kind of carved on the stone, because I do not know your planetary alignments, but stand alone, the Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 8th house can give rise to all these areas of life. Moving ahead friends, now let's say for example, if you will find your Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 9th house. So this can be seen as a very good sign. This also tells about that your soul is somehow attached or connected with your ancestors or the family in which you are born in. And also friends, because 9th house also tells about the worship of the devatas or the kul devatas. So many times what happens is that like all those wishes which natives parents might have, like your parents did a worship of a specific god. Like if I were to share my own experience, my mother says that before, like when I was born, and my mother was like, she used to pray a lot to Lord Shiva for for a son. So somehow this is how the energies can manifest. But trust me friends, your Moon Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 9th house can be seen as a very good sign of divine protection and lot of potential and capacity to bring out the best of the energies and powers of your Moon Nakshatra, like Moon Nakshatra's powers. Now if it is Adra, so Adra has got attached specific powers. If it's about Revati has got the god or the presiding deity of the Revati is Pushan. So Revati has got those specific qualities, and with its Lord's placement, like for Revati, Mercury's placement in the 9th house can actually help you invoke all these energies or powers through the path of devotion. Now friends, if you will find it to be placed in the 10th house. Now friends, 10th house can be seen as a very good sign, very good placement, like whatsoever purpose or path which you meant to follow in this lifetime, the Nakshatra Lord planet is going to play a very significant role, and the powers of all your Moon Nakshatra will be utilized or will be channelized in that direction. So trust me friends on this. Like let's say for example, if your Moon Nakshatra is Kritika, now Kritika has got a Dharana Shakti. Kritika people can be very critical, and just because the rulership of the Kritika goes to the planet Sun, which also represents fame. So trust me, if you have got this kind of alignment, your Moon Nakshatra is Kritika, and the lord of that, which is Sun, is placed in the 10th house, and you actually kind of absorb and imbibe all the qualities of truthfulness, righteousness, dignity, pride, honor in your actions. So trust me, with this kind of alignment, it can actually make you a crusader or can give you a very good success in any field which you will choose. Now friends, if you will find your like Moon Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 11th house. So now friends, when we talk about 11th house, I have said this thing a lot many times, that 11th house is actually the house of growth, of progress, of having a very fixed vision regarding what actually you want to become at the end, what you will end up becoming. So definitely friends, the energies and the powers of your Moon Nakshatra will help you to be on that path. And if you will find that your Moon Nakshatra Lord planet is well placed, dignified in the 11th house, then definitely friends, for your growth, for your progress, this planet is going to be playing a very pivotal role, and all the energies which are specific to your Moon Nakshatra, they will also manifest in your favor, in tandem with your success in your endeavors, in order to give you success or to keep you firm on your path. And lastly friends, when we talk about your Moon Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 12th house. So now friends, 12th house is a little bit sensitive energy. Many times what happens is that the energy of the 12th house hardly makes its presence known to us. So you might not be able to kind of experience that the planetary vibrations or force or the the soul lessons or the blessings of your nakshatra deity is either here or not. But trust me friends, the energy of the 12th house has got a very esoteric connotation to it. The best part is that when we talk about the communication of the 12th house, that cannot be experienced on a conscious way. Like this could communicate with you, energies can guide you in the form of encrypted messages, like in the form of your dreams, in the form of intuitive faculties. But in order for that to manifest, the possibility of that tend to remain very low. But trust me friends, divine protection and some sort of prophetic dreams, and in this regard, in this way, it will trying to help you, guide you. This is how you can see or decode the placement of your Moon Nakshatra Lord in the 12th house. So now friends, with this video stand alone cannot give you a complete 100% information. First of all, you have to do a research on your Janam Nakshatra, all aspect of your Janam Nakshatra, and then you have to relate it with the qualities, innate guna or the qualities of your Nakshatra Lord planet, and then you have to blend it that in which house that planet is placed, and whatsoever your superpowers are of your Moon Nakshatra, is it actually helping you, or have you actually experienced that all the power which we have known so far about our Moon Nakshatra, like the house where your that Lord is placed, is it actually playing a significant or pivotal role in order to access those powers or not? So that is a matter of research, and I will look forward to your suggestions in the comment section of this video. So friends, for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please like my YouTube channel and subscribe. No, please like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Dhanyawad.